You are welcome, students, to another edition of the Rock Online Tutors. We believe that you guys have been enjoying and taking advantage of our rich contents on the YouTube space. So we would encourage you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, and so on and so forth. Now let us come back to government. So in our last class, we considered the concept of power and were able to deal decisively with that topic. And I believe that with the explanations, you guys can blast whatsoever question that you guys come across. So today, I consider the topic called authority. Authority. Now, many persons are fond of using power and authority interchangeably. In other words, they use them as if they mean same thing. Are you getting now? But in the field of government, power differs from authority. While power is hard, authority is soft. While power will force you to do something, authority will ensure you get it done, even though not through the use of force. Are you getting now? While power will coerce you, while it will compel you and leave you with no reason, no understanding of why you are even following it. Are you getting now? Authority goes the extra mile of persuading people. Are you getting me now? Of influencing them. Are you getting me now? Of letting them understand why they should do the things that they do. Is that clear? So this shows us that while power is about the use of force, authority is about the use of influence. Authority is about the use of what? Influence. So while power is about force, authority is about what? Influence. While power is about naked ability to command, authority is about legal rights. So when a person possesses legal rights to generate obedience, are we saying that person possesses power or authority? Since the key phrase there is legal rights, the answer is going to be what? Authority. Don't forget that I gave you some indicators, certain lexicons and words that you guys are to search out for when you see power. Now, I'm already highlighting those things on authority now. The use of influence to make people act in a certain way is called what? Authority. The legal right to generate obedience is called what? Authority. Another key phrase is moral rights. The moral rights to ensure that citizens follow prescribed laws and regulations is called what? Authority. So don't forget the key indicators and words. Influence, legal rights, and moral rights. Another key word that can help us to arrive at the answer is persuasion. So the ability to persuade citizens to follow a stated line of directing is known as what? Authority. The use of influence to ensure that citizens follow a prescribed regulation is known as what? Authority. Is that clear? So influence, legal rights, moral rights, persuasion. Another thing that can help us is legitimate use of force. Legitimate use of force. So in the field of government, power is construed to mean naked use of force, arbitrary use of force, unregulated use of force, unrestrained use of force, force being put to use in a dimension that has no limits, that is power. The authority has to do with force being put to use according to laid down laws, norms, regulations, and fundamental principles. So that's authority. Don't forget these keywords. So now let me attempt a concise definition of authority. Authority refers to, the legal rights to ensure that citizens act in a certain way. Is that clear? So that's authority. Now, to be sincere, will citizens obey authority? Yes. Will they obey power? Yes. Are you getting now? So there is no room for disobedience. But the only difference now is authority is more of according to the law, force used according to the law. Now, Boko Haram members of guerrilla soldiers in Nigeria, are they using force, power, or authority? They are using power. They are using force in a naked and arbitrary manner. Our official armed forces, whether men of the armed forces or paramilitary like civil defense and so on and so forth, are they using power, authority? They are using authority because they are recognized by the law. They have been given weapons and ammunition to use according to laid down principles. Are you getting them? Boko Haram members, ISIS, ISWAP, Al Qaeda, and so on and so forth. Do they use power? Yes. But do they use it in line with stated laws and norms, with boundaries and limits? They do not. Are you getting now? So that's a key difference between power and authority. Now, the same way we have types and forms of power, we also have types and forms of authority. Now, it was this wonderful German sociologist, Max Weber, who gave us the classification, the taxonomy, the nomenclature of what authority entails. And I'm going to look at those divisions now. So let us look at types of authority. Types of what? Authority. The first type of authority is charismatic authority. Charismatic authority. Now, charismatic authority. The word charismatic can be broken down to charisma, okay? And the word charisma, for us to have a proper grasp and understanding, it is from the Greek word which means charis. And charis in the Greek, it means grace or gifts. So in the Greek context, etymology and language, when you say he carries, he embodies charis, it means he embodies grace. It means there are certain peculiarities, certain talents, certain skills that you can find in such a person that you can't really find in other persons. Is that clear? So that is about charis from the Greek language, meaning grace and gift. So when we now bring it to English, when you say someone is charismatic, it shows us that the person is talented. So charismatic authority can be identified in the form of talents. So we have certain persons in the society, in the Nigerian polity, and in the Nigerian state, certain persons who are able to ensure that people act in a certain way, even though they are not elected officials, even though they are not members of the armed forces. Are you getting me now? We have certain persons who are so gifted. Let's look at people like Wole Soyinka. He is gifted when it comes to the literati, when it comes to writing. People like Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Are you getting me now? People who are gifted with the talents of the pen. Are you getting me? And they've carved a niche for themselves. So there is a difference between the criticism of an average citizen and the criticism of Ngozi Adichie. When Adichie is criticizing the presidency takes notice that it carries weight. When Wole Soyinka is criticizing a governor or a president, it carries weight. Now, why? They have become, symbols of authority. Are they occupying any political office? No. Are they members of the armed forces? No. Are they traditional rulers? No. But by virtue of the grace, the gift, and the talents that that resides on their inside and that has gained expression over time. They're able to, to manifest authority and get people to act in a certain way and influence decisions of people. People like Davido when it comes to singing, people like Burna Boy, people like Two-Face. Are you getting now? People like Asha, people like Beautiful Nubia, and so on and so forth. So these categories of persons, whether those who are acting, those who write, those who sing, those who draw, and so on and so forth, they can be able to, get people to act in a certain way without even forcing them. Why? Because they possess charismatic authority. How do we identify it? In their talents, in their skills, in their gifts, in their talents, skills, gifts, and potentials. Now, the second type of authority that we have is called legal authority. Legal authority. Now, this authority is not about talent. This authority is according to the law, and it can be found in the hands of elected officials, legitimate or elected officials. So you can either say legal or political authority. Legal or political authority. Now people like the governor of Abia State, Alex Otti. What does he possess over Abia State? Does he possess charismatic authority? No. Does he possess traditional authority? No. He possesses legal or political authority. Now, how did he derive the authority he exercises as the governor? He was elected through the ballot, through election, through the exercise of franchise, through the exercise of suffrage, and so on and so forth. So, how can legal authority be derived? Through ballots or election. So, I'll take it again. Legal or political authority can be found in the hands of legitimate or elected officials. How did they derive it? Through the ballot or election. Is that clear? Now, the final type of authority that we have is traditional authority. Traditional what? Authority. And in Nigeria, it is very easy for us to understand traditional authority. We have certain persons. It is not about the gifts that they possess. It is not about they being elected or coming to any position through the ballot. It is about the position that they occupy, which is based on the tradition, custom and tradition of the people. Such persons like our traditional rulers, kings, obas, emirs, obis, olu, and so on and so forth. People like Olu of Ori, Obi of Onitsha, Emir of Gwandu. Are you getting now? The Obas in Yoruba land, from the Oni to the Alaafin to the Oniye of Iyekiti, and so on and so forth. So, traditional authority. Who are those that possess it? Traditional rulers. How can they acquire traditional authority? Is it by election? No. It is not through election. It is inherited. When a king dies, it is inherited. You can say through succession. So someone succeeds the previous person, or you say through inheritance. So it's either we say through succession or inheritance, or you can say it is what? Hereditary. So traditional authority possessed by kings, acquired through succession or inheritance or hereditary. So with this, I believe we have been able to deal decisively with authority. So I hope that these contents that we have put out today will help you guys even as you are preparing for your forthcoming UTME. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube page, please do that right away. So the name is The Rock Tutors. We're also on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on Facebook, and do well to follow all of our content there. So don't forget that very soon, before the end of the year, we are rolling out our paid for online class, where you will have access to the best content available, content that can help you to blast UTME, having your 80s and 90s, even 100 in any subject. So before the end of the year, watch out for them. Thank you for watching.